Hello, everyone. Welcome to ELI, the place where you get your daily dose of inspiration for entrepreneurship. And today we have with us Dhruv Toshniwal, who is the founder of the Pant Project, which is a D2C fashion brand. Hi, Dhruv. Welcome to ELI.
Hi, thanks for having me on the show. Glad to be here.
So, to start with, Dhruv, I'll tell you how I got to know about your company. So, I saw one Instagram ad about the Pant Project, and I found the product to be really cool, and it's really solving one problem that I have. So, all the ready-made garments that we have in the stores, they do not fit me. I don't get a great fitment from them. I think. The venture that you are building and the problem you're solving is on spot, and it's solving the problem for many people like me who are not getting the great fitment from the garments they get out of retail store. Having said that, tell us a bit about the Pant Project in your words. How would you define the venture?
Yeah, I was facing the same problem as you. I spent 8 years in the US for my undergrad and working. When I came back to India in 2018, I felt like it was hard to find a pair of well-fitted pants. I play a lot of sports. I have a little bit larger than normal thighs. And so I felt everything was always a little too skinny or a little too baggy,
Yeah.
hard to find very well-fitted pants. So we started the Pant Project in October 2020, my brother and I. And it's a brand that provides custom-made pants for men and women, primarily in India. And it's been digital native since its origin. So that's a little bit about the brand.
So October 2020, I think that's right after the COVID pandemic in India. Uh, can you tell us about those days? Like, what led you to start this particular? I understand you had this problem and you wanted to solve it, but to start a venture with a problem statement, that takes a lot more than that. You need a lot of planning, and the timing has to be right, and there has to be a particular trigger for starting a venture. So tell us about it.
Yeah, honestly, I think I've known I wanted to be an entrepreneur since the very early days. I come from a business family that's been in the textile industry for 45 plus years. We've had a manufacturing business that makes yarn, fabric, and garments for some of the largest global and Indian brands. And I think, entrepreneurship was natural in that sense, and apparel was definitely going to be the space in which to innovate. In terms of timing for launching the Pan project, there couldn't have been a worse time than October 2020. Smack in the middle of the pandemic when people were sitting at home, wearing shorts or pajamas and not really buying pants.
Yeah.
But we had conceptualized the brand actually pre-pandemic, and we were going to launch with a physical store and have it be a business that was more of a traditional, uh, retail plus e-commerce business. And if I look in retrospect, the pandemic was a big blessing in disguise for us. Because of it, we went online only. And because of being online only, we were now able to serve thousands of zip codes all across India and have scaled much more than we could scale quicker than we would have with a physical retail model. So I think the initial days were really difficult starting a business in the middle of the pandemic. And there were a lot of interruptions in service or operating a factory, logistics, working team remotely or from office. During those early days, there were times where we were, you know, questioning the conviction on have we really found product market fit? And is this a business that can scale? But I think, 6 to 12 months into the business, when we started to see repeat customers come back, say, we love your fabrics, we love the way your pants fit. You've made it so much easier for me to shop from the convenience of my own home. I don't need to go to a tailor shop anymore. Don't need to do trials. Don't need to go to a mall and look for garments and not find them in my size. That's when we realized, okay, we're onto something.
Mm.
And we started to see, 30, 40% 50% repeat rates in terms of
Wow.
customers. And that really encouraged us to say, okay, we're doing something right. Now we can put some marketing dollars behind this and really try to scale up.
Mm. Going a little deeper into the problem statement, there are many traditional players in the market, and with different budgets. So you can go from 500 rupees to up to 50,000 rupees. You'll find different varieties of pants. But why this problem was not solved before you tried solving it? Why are manufacturers not manufacturing to multiple different varieties, fitting with different fitments? So for people who are more healthy, and there are people who are skinny. Why there are not enough variants? Why is the manufacturers are sticking to the middle size, if you call that?
Honestly, there are other solutions out there, but yes, the bulk of the business is, ready to wear and standard sizes. I think custom made is a highly complex operational challenge at a production and factory level, making each piece as per each customer's measurements and
Mhm.
ensuring it's of high quality and customized exactly as the customer wants it. And so I think people prefer to take the easy route out and just make standard sizes and sell them. Uh, it's a far simpler business model to operate. Personally, I think the joy comes in doing difficult things and adding value to customers. And so we chose to take on a difficult problem. We've tried to simplify the problem as much as possible and educate customers on how to measure themselves, how to find the right waist size, how to choose between slim, tapered, and relaxed fit, how to know if they should pick low rise, mid rise, or high rise. Because there's a lot of education that has to be done in this online business in terms of making a customer understand what the right pair of pants for them is. You're not meeting the customer in person. They're not coming into a store and touching and feeling your product.
Hmm.
So all of this has to be done virtually. And I think those challenges make the traditional businesses shy away from trying custom digitally. Um, Let me say too, though, that the gap we saw in the market was of two types. We felt that global brands provided really high quality product, but that wasn't for the Indian body type. And
Hmm.
we felt that Indian brands chose to position themselves at a more affordable price point and weren't always of the highest quality. Uh, so there was a sort of white space where in the mass premium space, our pants are priced at 3,000, 4,000 rupees. Uh, to offer best in global quality with fit for the Indian body type. And that's really the niche in the market we've tried to fill. We've taken a very focused approach and done pants only. And that's something else we thought is, different from the competition. People try to capture the entire share of wardrobe of a customer. I think if you need a customer to trust you as an expert, as a specialist, you first need to prove it in one category. And so we called it the Pant Project, we're the pant pros or the specialists in bottom wear. And we really wanted to gain top of mind share so that you think pants, you think the Pant Project. And I believe the best companies in the world are built through this relentless focus. Nike, even in its early days, for the first 10, 15 years, only sold shoes and sneakers. Now it sells everything, but it really built a name for itself in one category first. And that's what we're looking to do in pants at this moment. We've definitely expanded our product range over time. We started off mainly with formal pants for office or for weddings or celebrations and occasions. Now we do pants for all occasions. We have chinos, which are smart casual. We have cargo pants, great for travel, hiking, adventure, going out with your friends. We've got shorts, joggers. We've got linen pants, wool pants. So we're really making pants for every occasion. And we do men's and women's. We started off as a menswear only business. So we just feel the world of pants is so large and fascinating that there's a lot of opportunity there. We just recently launched jeans and custom jeans as well as ready to wear jeans on marketplaces like Amazon
Hmm.
have been scaling up really quickly for us.
What is the market size? Like I understand every Indian, or at least every Indian male, would have like 2 3 pairs of pants at least. Uh, so if you combine, multiply that 200 140 crore Indians, what is the size of the market right now?
Our understanding of the market is at a premium price point, which is above 2000 rupees per pair. It's about a $3 billion market.
Wow.
So about a 25,000 crore market. That's a massive market. Uh, However you slice this, for a young man, market size is not the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is capturing market share, getting people to know about your brand, and getting them to have trust to buy your brand. So we think it's a large and growing market. And even in terms of consumption trends, you're right. Most men have 2 or 3 pairs of pants in their wardrobe, but we've seen a certain set of customers who would buy from us and love the quality that they'd upgrade their entire wardrobe, and you know buying 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs a year from the Pant Project, and have been doing it now since we started. So we are seeing that if customers really like the product, they're willing to shop across categories and really refresh their wardrobe. Because at the end of the day, what everyone wants is comfort, and what we're in the business of is selling comfort for our customer. And when you wear a really good fitted pair of pants that look good, you also feel confident. So I think we're in the business of making people feel really comfortable in their own skin and really confident in their day to day.
Mm. Can you tell us who are your customers, or what are the typical buyers personas who buy from you? You already
Yeah.
mentioned they are the people who want to give a premium above 2000 rupee pant. But what else? Where do they work?
Our customers come in all shapes, sizes, and professions. I say that pun intended. But honestly, we've been surprised and pleasantly surprised at the adoption all across India. We've chosen to focus our marketing on India for this moment. We just think it's a really large market that's underserved with premium quality product and modern brands that are marketing to the digital customer.
Hmm.
We've got customers from age groups of 20 all the way through to 65, 70 years old. We've got customers who are working professionals, doctors, lawyers, accountants working at tech firms. We've got entrepreneurs, business owners. We've got customers from tier one cities, tier two cities, tier three cities. We've got customers all across India, north, south, east, west, and the geographic concentration of our business is fairly well split across the country, where 55% of sales from the top 10 cities in the country and 45% from the rest of the country. So
Hmm.
very well split across the country. And I think our customer really is one who values the highest quality product. Our customer, once they try our pants, can see the difference in fabric, the difference in detailing in the stitching. We
Hmm.
focus on fit and comfort, and that's something that unites all of our customers.
Got it. Speaking of quality, I wanted to ask you this earlier also. Uh, so you said there are other manufacturers who manufacture the standard fit, and they want to do the simple things because it is very difficult to manufacture in multiple fits. But you have made sure that there is good quality, and it's made to the fitment. Uh, can you tell us how you do it? What is different in your operations or the process you follow that is not
There's a
with?
lot of work that's gone into that. So we started Pan Project in October 2020, but we started working on the fits and the operations almost 2 years before we launched the company. And we did thousands of trials and over 2 years honed this process of custom made production for scale. If I take you behind the scenes into the factory, you'd imagine a unit that is uh, set up with a lot of technology at the pattern making stage. We use software to digitally alter a customer's pattern according to their body measurements. That's laser cut, and then the manual stitching process starts. We've trained our tailors extensively. They go through hundreds of pants of stitching in training and months of training before they're put onto stitching customers' pants. And then we built software to track the motion of each pant in every stage of production. Software at the quality stage to catch any defect before it's sent out to customers. And a relentless focus at the factory level on ensuring that every attention to detail is really paid. Uh, that's been probably the hardest part of this scale up journey.
Mm. Uh, you also spoke about the digital customer base. If you look at it from a market size and the number of customers point of view, I think even though digital apparel has been there for quite some time, with companies like Jebong, Myntra, and other players who are selling online, Misho, the recent entrant in the space, uh, but the market share they have got, all of them combined, is I think less than 10% in single digit. So which is a validator of the fact that people like to buy offline. So can you tell us how have you how have you designed your digital platform to give that offline experience, and or should I say augmented experience, and how have you got the offline elements into your website or the digital platform that you have?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, you can't capture every offline element online. Nothing will replace touching or feeling a garment. And in the long run, the Pant Project as a brand too will be omni-channel. We will have offline experience centers where customers can come in and touch and feel product. What we tried to do in our initial journeys is to make it as seamless as possible online. And that means instead of showing a swatch of fabric like a tailor would and having the customer imagine what it will look like as a garment, we show the entire garment on a model as it would look for a customer.
Mhm.
In the entire checkout journey, we've tried to provide both visual imagery as well as video guides to guide a customer through the process. We've made heuristics such as asking the customer, how tall are you? And based on that, recommending the length of the pant. So these are sort of learnings we've had in the digital journey that make it easier for a customer to buy online with trust. And the reviews process is also super important. So now we've got more than 10,000 reviews on our website, more than 5,000 five-star reviews. And that really instills faith in customers that this is a brand that's doing some good work. Maybe I should give it a try.
Tell us a bit about your pre-entrepreneurial journey, like a little bit about your childhood. Where were you born and brought up? Where did you study? And what led to entrepreneurship? Like, I understand you come from a business family, but this is
Yeah.
such a unique problem and unique way to solve the problem, building a proper startup venture out of it. What motivated you to do that?
I'll tell you about that. I was born in Bombay and did all of my schooling in Bombay. Uh, Growing up, I was a big sports fan, and I've played almost every sport. Love cricket, love football, grew to love golf, and always been very competitive as a sports person. And I think that competitive drive comes in this entrepreneurial journey too, where you learn resilience, you learn teamwork. You learn a lot of the values from sport that translate into business.
Mm.
Apart from coming from a business family, I think my education, has been in finance. So I did my undergrad at the Wharton School of Business in Philadelphia and studied finance and operations. And I've
Mm.
always been interested by the business side of things. And, operations is something that I studied because I like solving complex problems and simplifying those. So that gets me ticking and motivates me. Um, I think entrepreneurship was also uh, enabled by one having industry experience in apparel through our family business, and two having the right co-founder or partner in my brother who is very creative. He went to art school, School of the Arts Institute of Chicago. He
Mm.
studied fashion at FIT and Instituto Marangoni, And he looks at everything: product development, design, PR, social media, branding, marketing. So really enables us both to play to our strengths. I can focus on the operational, tech, finance problems, and he looks at the creative product or marketing
Mhm.
problems.
Got it. Any big challenges so far while building and growing this venture? You already mentioned COVID, but apart from COVID, any big hurdles?
I was fairly confident we'd crack it on the product front and impress customers with the quality of our product. But the digital marketing piece is something we've really learned and figured out over time.
Mhm.
And you found out about us through our Instagram ads. Facebook and Instagram is a huge channel for us, for customers to discover us. So
Right.
is Google, so is YouTube. And the entire social media marketing part of this business is something we've learned over the last 3 years. I can tell you the performance of our ads was terrible in the first 6 to 12 months. And we've had the patience to learn what works and what doesn't, what formats of content work, and what quality of content needs to be created to get to a point now where the business is able to acquire new customers through digital marketing.
Any pivots that you have done to your business model so far?
I think the core business model has stayed the same. I think the pivots have been around understanding of the customer's needs and how to serve them better. And we've learned to target our marketing towards those needs of the customer. Comfort is definitely one of them. Personalization is another huge trend in this industry. And we offer free monogramming, for example, which is you can put the initials of your name on the front pocket of your pant. And
Mhm.
that's a feature that customers really like, right? It makes the pant feel like it's
Yeah.
unique to you. So that's something we didn't earlier advertise much. Now we've learned customers care about that. You should put that out there in the content. So it's these realizations of what your customer truly values and putting that out there in your content that we've learned over time.
What are some
Uh,
of
you
the?
Another big one is free alterations. Biggest reason customers don't buy is I don't know how to measure myself, or what if this doesn't fit me? And to solve that, we offer free alterations and a fit guarantee. Within 2 weeks of receiving your pants, if they don't fit you, we'll pay the shipping cost to get them back to Bombay. We'll alter them. We'll take photos from you. We'll get on a call with you. We'll understand what's wrong with the fitting and ensure that it fits you right. And this has a huge cost to it,
Mhm.
but it's well worth it instead of just giving a refund or an exchange. And it's the only way to really retain a customer, because once you get it right after the alteration, then you tell the customer you have your measurements stored. Repeat order is really easy. And the customer is willing to invest that time and effort once, so that for the rest of the purchases, they can seamlessly one click checkout.
My final question before we wrap up, tell us what all learnings that you have got as an entrepreneur, which we can take away and probably apply to our ventures as well.
So the first one is probably entrepreneurship is a calling of sorts. It's a really hard journey. And I would say if anyone's in two minds whether they should be an entrepreneur or not, they
Mhm.
should probably take their time before making the plunge. Because once you make the plunge, you get the advice, just do it, go for it. Once you make the plunge, there's often no looking back, and it's life consuming and all consuming.
Hmm.
Uh, you know, it's also because you're passionate about the problem you're solving, so you get so deep into it. It's a journey that becomes a major part of yourself and your life. And I think that's something I've really enjoyed over this period of time. The other learnings have been in terms of investing in team and building a really good team. And we, from the early days, hired really good people from good companies or good backgrounds, and gave them a lot of freedom and autonomy to make mistakes and solve problems. And we started with a small team of 6 people. We're about 40 of us now,
Mhm.
and we've been growing our business two and a half, three times every year. Our team has been growing along with that. And I think having talent that's been with you for some time, understands the DNA of a business, and is given the freedom to take on new projects and really perform there is been, a learning and journey that has been critical to our success.
Well, on this note, I think we have come to the closure of the session. Thanks for joining us, Dhruv. It was a lovely interaction with you and lovely to have you on our platform. And our best wishes for the Pant project.
Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
Thank you. Thank you, Dhruv.